Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. It's great to have you here with us today. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an update from us. In the depths of the night sky, where countless stars twinkle, there exists a phenomenon that has captured the imagination of people around the world for decades. It's a topic shrouded in mystery, curiosity, and controversy. Welcome to our exploration of unidentified flying objects, or as they are commonly known, UFOs. UFOs, those enigmatic aerial objects that defy explanation, have left a trail of puzzlement in their wake. From the famous Roswell incident to countless eyewitness accounts, they've left us questioning the boundaries of our understanding. History and emergence of unidentified flying objects. The first reports of sightings of unidentified flying objects surfaced in the mid-20th century, but gained particular notoriety following the well-known account by American military pilot Kenneth Arnold, who claimed to have witnessed a group of unidentified flying objects in Washington state in 1947. Kenneth A. Arnold was a private pilot from Boise, Idaho, who witnessed a strange phenomenon considered as the first UFO sighting in the United States, despite preceding but less widely incidents. On June 24, 1947, Kenneth A. Arnold claimed to have seen 9 unusual objects flying in formation near Mount Rainier, Washington, while he was searching for a lost military aircraft aboard a Call Air A-2. He described the objects as extremely bright due to the sunlight reflection, with erratic flight, like the tail of a Chinese kite, and tremendous speed. Arnold's story was widely disseminated by the Associated Press and other news agencies. After his sighting, Arnold landed in Yakima, Washington, where he made a routine report to the representative of the Civil Aeronautics Administration. On his way back to Boise, he stopped in Pendleton, Oregon, where he recounted his story to a group of people, including a newspaper reporter. Arnold's true description of the objects is more intricate. He described the objects as thin and flat, rounded in the front, but cut in the back, somewhat like a saucer or a disc. In a radio interview that took place 2 days after the sighting, he described them as resembling an apple pie sliced in half with a sort of a triangle in the back. The Roswell Incident. The Roswell incident is one of the most famous and mysterious events in the history of unidentified flying objects, UFOs, and is generally well known. This incident took place in July 1947 in Roswell, New Mexico, United States. Early on 8th July 1947, a press release issued by the 509th Bomb Group based in Roswell, New Mexico, revealed to the world's media that something incredible had happened. A UFO had crashed in the area, and the United States Army Air Forces was now in possession of a flying disc. The news was issued by First Lady Walter Haut, the public information officer at the base, at the behest of base commander and close personal friend, Colonel William Blanchard. By day's end, the information was retracted, and a new press release was issued claiming a mistake had been made, and that the UFO was, in fact, a crashed weather balloon. A turn of events that made Haut a figure of public ridicule. People began to talk about Roswell in the late 70s after several decades of keeping quiet, and I would ask Dad to tell me the whole story, and he told me the same thing he told everybody. I put out the press release, and nothing else, says Julie Schuster, Haut's daughter, although he was sworn to secrecy by Colonel Blanchard in regards to what he knew about the Roswell incident. Haut devised a way in 2002 to both keep his word and reveal what he knew by preparing a signed affidavit to be opened after his death. What Haut's affidavit revealed was that not only was his initial press release about a recovered flying disc accurate, but that there were 2 crash sites at Roswell, and he himself had witnessed firsthand what had fallen from the sky that fateful night in 1947. After years of carrying a huge, reality-changing secret relating to possibly the biggest and most important cover-up in human history, Haut had finally revealed everything he knew to his daughter, Schmidt, and Carrie. The ship which he described was about the size of a Volkswagen Beetle, more of an egg-shaped object, and he did see a number of bodies, says Carey. He described them as being the size of children, and when asked point blank if what he believed it was that he had seen, without hesitation he'd say, "It was not from this earth, it was something manufactured off this earth." Those describing the bodies would become very emotional, says Schmidt. One of the officers involved, he broke down and just said, "I can't get the faces out of my mind." His wife even told us how they'd been unable to sleep in the same room for almost 30 years because he'd jolt up in the middle of the night and scream and yell out, because he kept having flashbacks, because he saw the faces, he saw the bodies. Mexico's unveiling of non-human bodies. The corpses were presented to a stunned Mexican Congress by journalist and longtime UFO enthusiast Jaime Maussan and Mexican Naval Academy forensic scientist Dr. Jose Zelce Benitez. Both quickly hit back at the skeptics. In a follow-up press conference on Wednesday, Maussan said he was disappointed by Graves's comments, while Dr. Benitez challenged any scientist from any country to take samples of the alleged alien bodies and conduct their own studies. He also warned skeptics calling the discovery a hoax, to be mindful that their claims could destroy his life's work. Similarly, Maussan, who has led investigations into alien phenomena for decades and who has been associated with debunked alien theories in the past, touted his own credentials. Maussan testified under oath before Mexican lawmakers that we are not alone in the universe and displayed the alleged remains of non-human beings. In the hearing on Tuesday on FANI, the Spanish acronym for what are usually now termed Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, UAP, politicians were shown two artifacts by the journalist who claimed were the corpses of extraterrestrials. The specimens were not related to any life on Earth, Maussan said. The two tiny bodies, displayed in cases, have 3 fingers on each hand and elongated heads. Maussan said they were recovered in Peru near the ancient Nazca lines in 2017. He said that they were about 1,000 years old, analyzed through a carbon dating process by Mexico's National Autonomous University, UNAM. They were also found to have strong light bones and no teeth, the presenter said. Experts in Congress showed apparent X-rays of the specimens and told deputies that one of the beings carried eggs with embryos inside them. They said they had implants of cadmium and osmium metals. Osmium is one of the most scarce elements in the Earth's crust and considered the rarest precious metal. Mr. Maussan said that while similar such finds in the past have turned out to be the remains of mummified children, this was the first time such evidence had been presented. Mexican lawmakers also heard from Lateef Graves, who gave testimony earlier this year on UAP sightings and government classification. He made claims in July about the threat UAPs pose to America's national security. Lt. Graves claimed UFOs were an open secret in the military and testified his squadron regularly detected unidentified objects while stationed near Virginia in 2014. NASA prepares to release the findings of a long-awaited study on unexplained flying objects in Earth's skies. The U.S. Space Agency announced last year that it was reviewing evidence regarding UAPs, which has replaced the term UFO in official parlance.